Good afternoon. I can tell, I believe we just left lunch, is that correct? Yeah. Okay, beautiful. How was lunch? I didn't get to eat.
It's good.
Okay. Oh, really? 10-4. Understood. Well, we can go ahead and get started if that is okay.
That is okay. Yeah.
Beautiful. This is such a beautiful group, guys. My heart is full. Thank you. Beautiful. Alrighty. Well, today we will be discussing representing ourselves with confidence, with passion, and with purpose. Each of us have all identified that we have a purpose that we're fulfilling within our lives. That's why we're here in these seats, because of course we want to always improve ourselves, which is a beautiful thing. So thank yourselves, because we need that. Nice. So before we get truly into the bread and the butter of our topic and conversation today, I want us to get grounded and be present within ourselves and within our bodies. I know we are full and satisfied, which is even better. So if you don't mind, you don't have to close your eyes or anything, but just take a moment to be and to breathe, and let's calm down the jitters. Let's get sounded within ourselves, within our minds. You don't have to close your eyes, but I like a little bit of privacy. Okay? And so now we're going to start down from our feet, rooting ourselves within the seats that we chose, that we may have been aligned to sit at. Or maybe you got a good girlfriend that you just like to talk to, which is fine. So from our feet, we're going to go up and just feel our knees and be present up to our hips. And we're breathing in and out. Take your time. You are okay and you are safe. And now we're going to go up to our hearts, breathing, feeling that heartbeat, feeling that pulse, being present within ourselves and within our bodies. Up to our minds, because we're going to absorb some beautiful information today, guys. Okay? And we want to make sure that we are open and that we are aware and that we are present. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me on that exercise. Great if you have some privacy or not. For today's conversation, we're going to be going through our foundation. We all started somewhere. We all have our own story from our adolescence. And then we will be taking charge and accountability within the actions that we take in pursuit of our purpose. Next, we're going to be talking about building confidence, aiming towards our desires. And then we're going to practice some tools, just a few, that we can take home with us in order to implement and add to our own toolbox for our own purpose and our own passions. And then we will end off with some self-reflection and just ask ourselves a few questions. Is that all right with everybody?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, she wants to work now. Okay, so speaking in regards to foundations, like I said before, we all started somewhere. This is Minnie Anaya. My name is Anaya Stamper. I am a current geographic information student at Carthage College on a full ride scholarship. I am also a FBTC alumni, which I majored in web development and design. I was also the student speaker for our spring commencement. So all of this just happened within a year. But I did that with intention because I knew where I wanted to go and I knew where I wanted to be. These are simply just characteristics of this young lady right here and this lady. So we can identify our own characteristics from our own beginnings. These are just a few examples. I want you to ruminate on what some of these would be for yourself. I'm adventurous. I see myself as a star. I am multi-passionate. I am creative, and I am a leader. And it's important that we affirm who we are and why we are in our present moment. And now sometimes we are not always these highly positive beings and essences because we are always swaying and just living through life, which is okay. But if you can always come back to your center and find your younger self and give them a hug whenever you can, you will always be grounded within yourself. Does that make sense? Understanding our foundation. So understanding that there is duality and not just always these positives. I wanted to start here because everybody has their own story. I am a first-generation student, born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. And maybe I can consider it lower middle class. I'm having to build a foundation on my own, okay? This is a journey that I am taking by myself with the support of my family, but I am here all the way 1,400 miles away from home, independently. And now I'm sure we all have our own stories and our own trials and our own tribulations. But if you can understand and get grounded back into your why and for who you're doing it for, you will always be at home. Okay, let's progress. Discovery. Before we tap into it, that younger child that we just identified, I want you to grab them and hold their hand because they're sitting here with you today. You do not want to forget them because that spark and that flame that they had even in their adolescence, that innocence, that beauty, that light is still within you. You do not want to lose that. We need that. So get them, have them sit with you, and we'll walk through. Let's continue. Beautiful. Discovery. We need experiences, and we know that. This is an experience right here. Everybody is experiencing everybody's energy. That's going to be our best teacher. The positives, the negatives, especially the negatives, the wins and the losses, how we carry ourselves through those trials and through those tribulations is what's really going to build our character, what's really going to build that intention for us to identify our purpose. No matter the limitations, once we start going through those shadows or shallows of death, we tend to cower, we tend to hide, we just don't fully take up space as much as we need to. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be present within yourself. You deserve to be here in this moment right now. Allow yourself to be heard, be seen, be valued, but that must first come within yourself. That's what's going to help us identify our purpose. I say here, be selfish, this is yours, because a lot of the times we are not living for ourselves. A lot of the times we may have familial relationships, partners, friends, best friends that we may be comparing ourselves to, that we may be actually genuinely living for in order to support, in order to pour into. But who's going to pour into you? Exactly. We must be selfish in order to be selfless, guys. Because nobody is sitting here holding our hand except our younger self, because we came in this world alone, outside of mom and dad, of course. But this is you and your life. This is your purpose. This is your ambition. We are here because we want to build within ourselves. We want to become. We are trying to identify who we are and why we are doing it. And here I say, what is in your everyday life that you are doing to fulfill your truth, your interests, your passions? What's filling your cup? It may be your job. It may be your field of study. But is that something that you truly want to do? And if it is, how can you continue to hone in on that purpose, on that passion? And are you making sure that you're doing it for you? Okay? And once we've identified our why, our how, and our reasoning, we can start going into our confidence. The top quote I have right here, faith without works is dead. Amen. Clap it. Are we truly taking steps into the directions and into the places that we want to be? We're here in this room, so I would say yes. I genuinely would say yes because I am simply a reflection of you all. I have something within myself that you all seen and vice versa. That's why my heart is so full within this moment, because I've done every single last one of these steps. I've had the experiences. I promise you I would never say anything that I haven't lived through. My purpose, this is a part of my purpose, pouring into you all. This is fulfilling my cup as much as I am pouring into you all. It's all intertwined. And now we go into our confidence. because I took the steps to live the experiences, to take audacious actions, to have my voice crack in front of hundreds of people and make me fall at cheer performances and recitals and pageants. I've had the experience. I'm able to speak from experience. Therefore, I am able to pour into my purpose. Anaya, I really like to do this. I really like when you're able to pour into yourself, to pour into other people, continue on this path. And I'm able to do it confidently because it's my truth. Are you doing what you truly desire? And once you are, you'll be able to do it just effortlessly, because that's what you deserve. Your life does not have to be hard, and you deserve peace and pleasure within anything that you do. But you have to affirm that for yourself. Do we resonate? How are we doing? Good. Beautiful. So like I said, I am a long time. A quote that I have here: the steps you take that affirm your desires become the fuel to your fire. That's everything that we need. The steps that we take is going to be the very thing that leads us to our destiny and to our success. No matter if it's the right step or the wrong step. Because like we've understood and like we've said before, we learn from our losses as well. Those are lessons. But we knew that. We knew that. That journey and those steps that we're taking is building our personal brand. And we're gonna definitely dive into that here soon. That's our story. And being able to articulate that journey is the beautiful thing. And you can be selfish with that story or you can share it with the world, but we'll dive into that a bit later. Okay, so now our toolbox. 3 tangible things that we can take with us today. Let me go on this side because I want to make sure I'm able to read along with you all. Honor your body. I am sure every single last one of us has been in a situation where we literally feel it in our bones. Self, I need to get out of this room immediately. This does not feel right, and I don't want to be here. How many times do we truly listen? You don't have to answer, but how many times do we truly listen to that nudge in the back of our heads or in the back of our minds to either leave or to stay? Your body will never lie to you in any situation that you are in. Any situation. Now, I have experienced anxiety before and depression, and it is not a fun thing, but that is still your body communicating with you. I either need to be here or I need to leave. I need support. I need guidance. You would not lie to yourself. Trust yourself along this journey because you need you the most. And we've understood that being selfish first will allow us to be selfless then to the people that need us the most. But we cannot be selfless if we do not even honor ourselves. It just does not make sense, guys. Okay? So stillness, that presence exercise that we did from the ground to the root of our feet all the way up to our minds, that was a body scan. We were scanning our body, listening to ourselves, whether we were just full and had a nice sandwich or some chips, we're identifying what's going on in here in our hearts. That's what we need, self-reflection and release. Release ties into documenting your journey. And now that could be personal entry, social media, or a confidant. Understanding that there is duality within people that are meant to be around you and people that are not meant to be around you. We're gonna go this way. You know who you're meant to be around. You know who's meant to be in your life. Honoring your body will tell you who you're meant to remove and who you're meant to just release, okay? And now, with personal entries, that could be maybe video diaries, a nice journal, voice notes on your phone. I give these examples because these are honestly things that I do on an almost daily basis. I have a YouTube channel, I have an Instagram, a TikTok, because all the kids are on TikTok, the reels, the everything, because I am expressive. I have a voice that I am trying to find and that I'm utilizing that is a part of my purpose. And I am confident enough to show up in this world and just be. Now, that may not be everybody's story, but I promise you, your story deserves to be heard, whether it's just by your ear or by your reading or by your writing. You deserve to hear you. You deserve to reflect upon your life and your situations, because this journey is very jam-packed. All of that cannot stay in your mind. How are you releasing emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually? Let's ask ourselves these things and let's evaluate. And now we can go into embodying our truth. When we're able to release, when we're able to pour out what we've already been pouring into ourselves, because we're selfish enough to do so in order to be selfless, that's us embodying our truth. That's us aligning ourselves with our purpose and our passions, whether academically, financially, career-oriented, like whatever you are doing to align yourself with what you truly want to do, that's showing integrity, that's trusting yourself. And by default, when you are truly walking into your purpose, you will automatically find your community, because we are what we attract. And you are all beautiful souls, but you know that. But we all go through our own things sometimes as well. But if we do, we cannot bring that into our communities and just pour out our negativity on everybody else. This is why we must release and self-reflect and have the patience and have the stillness, because this is all intertwined in order for us to live and embody our truth confidently. Okay? And so that's exactly what I'm doing. Allowing myself to be the everything. You are allowed to be the everything, especially here in America, is go to school, get this job, get the job, retire, have the kids, have the dog, the cousin, the cat, whatever. Like, it's such a structured story, and a lot of us feel like we're in a box, and it can be very suffocating. Or a lot of the times life just happens and we're stuck in this one role. Whenever you can find the time to express yourself and say, I want to do this, what can I do to become this? Allow yourself to take the first steps so that you can start going through that cycle like we just talked about. Currently, right now, like I said before, I was a computer science student, and then I made the transitional pivot over to geographic information science. I am also a content creator, and now I am embodying my role as a public speaker with new engagements coming here in the future. And that's a journey that you all can follow, and I will always be a support system for you all, because we clearly resonated with each other. And I hope that this conversation is resonating with you. And also, if you guys ever have any comments or concerns, just raise your hand. We can literally have a conversation. But if you resonate with Mrs. Stamper's voice, that's a beautiful thing too. And I'm cool with that. So, don't limit yourself. You are everything. Be the everything. Take up space. Allow yourself to be and become and grow, because we did not come here on this earth to just simply hide away in the corner. Nobody came here to do that. It doesn't matter what room you step into, whether that's with your friend, your girlfriend, your best friend, your cousin. Y'all have a purpose for each other. I'm from the South, y'all, so when I say y'all, I promise. That is with intention. That is with purpose. Take up space. We want to see you. Do not hide from the world, because then we won't be able to see your beautiful light. That inner child, she deserves or he deserves to be seen and heard and felt. We're beautiful beings. We are beautiful beings. I am, therefore you are, okay? And that's a beautiful affirmation to keep within yourself as well, because a lot of the time we project insecurities outwards onto other people who we may not even know, and they have a light as well, but you cannot see somebody else's light if you don't even see your own. You. I'm gonna let you read that. Take a moment and reflect. If you're taking notes, this would be a beautiful time to write it down. I don't know. Answer that question. I'm gonna stop talking because I can't do two things at once. and just identify how you feel. Will you rise? Or will you let your own mind be your own limitation? We need ourselves the most, especially right now. That's a beautiful affirmation. You are a star, okay? Show up, be seen, like how we just iterated. That is important. You are important. You are the everything in your world. I'm just living in it. I have a light big enough in order to pour into yours. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your ecosystem of stars. That's a beautiful thing. I hope you reflect and I hope you resonate with that because you are. Oh, and also, the first thing that people see, because a lot of people ask me this a lot, Naya, why do you always dress so like? Why do you always look nice? Because your outer appearance is the first thing people see. You deserve to pour into your appearance. I just seen this beautiful young lady up here. She's killing it with the hair and the colors and the curls. Like, I love when we show up for ourselves. It's such a beautiful thing. You deserve that. It doesn't matter if it's just a nice cologne or a perfume. Like, that's showing up for yourself. Like, I love me so much today. I'm gonna smell good. I love me so much today. I'm gonna look good. Like, you deserve that. Because if we don't get it from the world, the very least we can do is do it for ourselves. Does that make sense? Yes. So, another moment for reflection. Where will your passions take you next? Don't forget your inner child. That's your light. That's literally the foundation. No matter what they went through, positive or negative, because a lot of the times we have moments of childhood traumas. I'm sure we're all familiar with that, where we need to reflect, where we may need to break down some of the things that may have happened to us, both positively or negatively. That has literally built who we are today. Literally built who we are today. Are you holding their hand? Are you being patient with them? Are you reteaching them? Because a lot of the times we learn things that were not beneficial to us in adulthood, like at all, especially communication. And we deserve to be able to articulate how we feel. We deserve to be understanding and considerate and empathetic and sympathetic to others. Grace can be so easy, but if you don't extend it for yourself, there's no way in this world you'll be able to give it to somebody else, guys. Thank you.